Alright, okay, so now if this location is familiar to you, then it should be. This is Lower Appalachia Road, and if you remember with the video that I did with my dad, this is the ex-Southern Railway trestle here crossing this river. It's one of, I think, 4 that may be abandoned along this railroad, along the railroad grade. Don't know how much weight it could support anymore, but I'm going to do a walk across. I'm going to just do a quick walk across the existing road bridge that's here so you guys can get an idea of the trestle's length. What's interesting though is that there's actually paint on some parts of it, and even an old access road that leads down to it, believe it or not. Not that I'd recommend going on it because there's ties missing. I've seen there's ties missing. What's interesting to me though is that, judging by the steel construction towards the end of the bridge, it almost looks like it may have been, it would have had wood at one point, and then they came back in later and retrofitted it with steel supports later. It's interesting, that's for sure, and the fact that it's still standing after so many years is even more remarkable to me. In fact, there's one of the approaches to the bridge right there through the trees. You can see part of the trestle there. The road bed is raised up to the height of the bridge, but due to the overgrowth, it's really hard for me to see anything. Like, there's a support pillar there, and there's where it still has paint on the bridge. That's some seriously good grade paint right there if it was still on the bridge after like 20 years. There's not really a good way to take any pictures of it from the side. The only way is if anybody was daring enough to climb up on the roadbed and photograph it that way. But before you guys ask, I do not recommend walking on that thing, because when I was able to walk underneath it, I could see a lot of ties missing in a lot of places. So don't do it. Just do not walk across the bridge. You can walk across this one all you want, but just don't walk across that one. Because with this one, you don't have to worry about falling probably 100 or so feet straight down. I can tell you, the water is not deep enough in that creek to cushion the fall. Not that it would help any. You can see certain parts, and I'll zoom in on them. In fact, there you can see just how rotted the sides are. And if you look between the ties there, you can see rails still in place on top of the bridge. I'm staying against the side in case a car comes, but you can see the creek down below there. And the wooden road bridge that goes over these same tracks is just that way, blocked off by both a mud pile and various other debris. You can see this bridge is a very old one. It's not even a deck truss. Well, it is a deck truss, but it has all the support trusses underneath. It's not like the solid steel bridge where you have the decking along the sides. But it's nice to see it still standing after so many years. I'll try to get as many photos of it as I can, so I'll see y'all later while I do that.